Hi guys, it basically all started with this map, which fascinated me no end. And I see a lot of things in there which I want to talk about. It's the map of Mansa Musa, and it's made in 1375, I think, in Spain. Even though it talks about Mansa Musa being an African king of Mali, and I'll go through it as we show the pictures. It's 4 AM in the morning and we don't have electricity today. There's a lot of rain going on outside, but softly, and you can hear it on my leaf roof. I can listen to this rain, it's so beautiful. I still want to talk about the Mansa Musa map. And it's a map that was made in 1375, and obviously they didn't have airplanes at that time, at least, so we are told. And this map has a big dragon on it, and of course you can think that it's one of the illuminations, like they put very strange whales and things on the oceans, and ships, and tents, and caravans of camels and stuff like that. They all get painted on these maps. But apparently there actually is one of those dragons, and it follows it pretty good. And the dragon is something that Roger Spurr was talking about. He is from the Mud Fossil University that he started, and I want to give credit to him for that, because I thought it was very fascinating what he was putting forward. So you can go to his videos and watch all about the dragon that's across North Africa. A huge, huge, huge dragon. And there are dragons everywhere, all over the earth once you start looking for it. They are kind of fossils, and they look like mountain ranges and troughs and valleys and discolorations on the earth. So there must have been a time that there were actually really a lot of dragons going around the place. This is the neck part of the dragon, and you can check it out on Google Earth. We're coming back here to the map of Mansa Musa and different parts of it. There are also different versions of the Mansa himself that are painted in different maps. Obviously there must have been copies made. And this is from a video or a movie. I'm looking at the dates here. Mali Empire was from 1240 to 1645, and it was because they opened up gold fields in Burkina Faso. West Africa was one of the greatest producers of gold in the Middle Ages. So, wow. Which was interesting, because they had, something else I discovered which I didn't realize was that the Niger, or Niger, I don't know what you call the river, it runs from Sierra Leone, which is really close to the Atlantic Ocean. So it starts really close to the Atlantic Ocean, then it goes all the way over the top of the middle of the Sahara Desert, and goes down again to Nigeria. And in Nigeria it actually goes out into the Atlantic Ocean, or whatever they call it in that area. Yeah, I forgot to tell you about why they needed the salt. Why salt was so very important in those days. And so salt was worth a lot of gold, apparently. And they used to take huge slabs and put it on the camels and different other animals that would carry things. So and then they would bring back gold as payments. Yeah, and they'd go upriver to bring the salt, because it was the salt was from the Sahara Desert area, or that side, and then coming back to the Sierra Leone, where they had the gold coming from. So that they exchanged it, and the salt was really important because there was no refrigeration, and they had to salt their meats and their fishes. So then they would be able to keep it and take it with them, like we do here in the Amazon.
Amazon too. The native people do it like that. And then they wash it really well and boil it, and then they take that out. That salt gets out. Of course, there were gold mines, but the gold mines were mainly in the area of Sierra Leone. Not just mines; they were actually they washed it out of the top of the river there, the upper Niger, and so there was a lot of gold dust, and sometimes there was nuggets, but any nugget which weighed between 25 grams and half a kilo became the property of the Ghana king. Oh. So later on, that Ghana was then included into Mali, so then it was the same thing started to happen. So in the map, the king, which is called Mansa Musa, is sitting there holding a really big nugget in his hand. Mm-hmm. So half a kilo became the property of Ghana kings, who kept a great stockpile in their palace. This may have served to maintain the value of gold dust. Large chunks of gold had an association with magic, and the king was the supreme magician in the African indigenous religions before Islam took over. So that's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. So the gold made the king a magic person. Mm-hmm.